I deliberately planted my family's fields full of mustard greens, watching the villagers swarm in to loot them. I knew my plan had worked, in my previous life. Our jealous neighbor, Old Man Wang, posted a video, claiming the mustard greens we grew were wild vegetables. Free for anyone to dig up, watching thousands of people flood into the land we spent every last penny to lease. My dad's blood pressure spiked on the spot and he collapsed into the ER. My mom knelt on the ground, sobbing, begging them to stop. No one cared, no one listened. The fields were stripped bare, the money was gone. My dad was gone. The police said too many people had shared the video, there was no way to trace it back to the source. In the end, the case just faded away. Our wholesale partner sued us for failing to deliver. Demanding 100,000 yuan in breach of contract damages, our whole family lost everything. And we were mocked and gossiped about by the whole village. My mom eventually couldn't take the humiliation and drank pesticide. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to 1 month before Old Man Wang filmed that video. This time I didn't stop them, I let them dig. Dig until there was nothing left. That day is one I will never forget for the rest of my life, standing on the ridge of the field. Watching the dark mass of people, swarming over our 200-acre mustard green fields. Even the roadside was jammed bumper to bumper with cars, the once healthy fields were trampled into mud. Shovels and hoes were flying everywhere, even the seedlings were ripped out by the roots. Stuffed roughly into large fertilizer bags, passers-by grabbed whatever they could carry. Some people even brought their whole families, dragging their kids along to freeload. My dad held up a megaphone, shouting until his voice gave out. But his cries were completely drowned out by the roaring laughter of the crowd. My mom collapsed in the field in a fit of rage, tears streaming down her face. Pointing at the crowd and crying out. These are vegetables we grew ourselves, our whole family's livelihood for the year. What gives you the right to just take them? I stared hard at my phone. At the video that had gone viral, in the frame. Old Man Wang's wife, Jenny, was standing at the edge of the field. Smiling from ear to ear, these fields are full of fresh wild mustard greens. Come dig them up while you can, totally free for everyone. The video got shared over 10,000 times in no time. The comment section was full of excited people. Asking to be tagged so they could join, wanting to make it a weekend digging trip. I threw myself in front of the people right in front of me. Please stop digging. I'm begging you, these are not wild vegetables. The person looked up, and shot back without missing a beat. The video said it's free to dig, with this many people here. Who are you to tell me what to do? If you've got the guts, go stop every single one of them. Before I could even fire back, I saw my dad in the distance. Clutching his chest in agony, slowly sinking to the ground. There was no time to deal with those looters anymore. My mom and I frantically called 911. We rushed my dad to the ER. The doctor said his high blood pressure had triggered a cerebral hemorrhage. We had gotten there too late. He didn't even meet the criteria for surgery. All they could do was put him in the ICU to stabilize him. The bills were piling up like a mountain. I ran myself ragged going back and forth at the hospital. As for those thieves back in the field, all we could do was file a police report and let them handle it. Police cars came and went. The officers looked at the sea of frenzied people and could only let out a helpless sigh. Too many people had posted and shared the video, on top of countless group chat reposts. There was simply no way to trace it back to the source. All they could do was try their best to disperse the crowd. But in just 3 short days, 200 acres of hard work had been completely looted. Nothing was left but crushed and trampled leaves scattered across the ground. Not long after, my dad passed away. I had lost my father completely. Looking at my dad's cold, still body, I cried until I could barely breathe. All I could hear was Old Man Wang, gloating at the entrance of the village. Serves them right for being so greedy and renting such a massive piece of land. Did they really think they could get back at someone? They had it coming? The overwhelming grief and